Hello, everyone. We are really sorry for the technical issue that we were facing. It took us about 10 minutes to resolve that, but we are back. So I will just give another 30-40 seconds while you all are here. I see most of you have joined, obviously, right? Today is our last class. I see Om is there, Amit, Janvi again, hey Shoaib, Janvi, Natasha, Swati, Gautam, Varun, Chanchal. You're very excited for the class, so am I. Right? It's the last class for BCK. Our syllabus is complete. We'll be talking a lot about the course, about you, about me, the examinations today. We will spend good amount of time answering your questions, understanding about the course and what to do and what not to do, right? And again, I'm really sorry for the delay on our side. We were facing some technical issues, but we are back, right? Hey Manisha, Dhruv, Subhadeep, Sakshi, Navya, Tanvi, Deepak bhai कैसे हैं? Tanvi again, okay, Ritu there, Parth. Great. Last class for us, right? We all will miss each other, I know, but as I said, I don't want to see you again in foundation. I want to see you again in intermediate. So let's use the next 1.5 hours or so to talk about your aspirations, to talk about any questions you have, anything that you have, right? You want to know about me, I'll tell you my experience with the examinations, how my friends, how I tackled the stress, tackled all this humongous course material that we have, right? I'll tell you some of the funny stories as well that I've seen my friends do with me as well. We're gonna talk about that. But before that, let me just start this session, which is our last session, with a very quick revision for next 10 minutes. Be very attentive for the next 10-15 minutes. I'm going to run you through the entire syllabus. I'm going to tell you the keywords of all the topics that we talked about chapter wise, and then we get into a small Q&A. We get into, I have 10 questions for you. I prepared 10 questions for you, which I think are really confusing and will give you a perspective how the exam questions can come, especially from chapter 3, chapter 4, right? How do questions come? So I think that will give you a good, uh, like, a purview of how the examination is going to be, right? About articleship, we'll talk about everything. We are not going to talk about syllabus today. We're just going to talk about examinations, revision, about you, about CA course, and what to do and how to do. Okay. But let me start this session with a very quick revision. Okay. There's nothing to share today in terms of screen share, but let's just understand this entire syllabus very quickly. Okay. Be very attentive and let's revise this. Chapter 1, we talked about the major things we talked about was economic activities, non-economic activities. We talked about what is altruism and what is with the motive of earning profit. We also talked about profit is not the only thing that a business or a company should be concerned about. It's triple bottom line. Where you talk about profits, you talk about people, and you talk about the planet, right? It's about profits, it's about people, and it's about planet, right? There are three P's which called a triple bottom line. We talked about that concept. We also talked about the different forms of organizations where we talked about sole proprietorship, partnership, LLP, company. And within companies, we talked about public companies, public sector companies, private companies, what are listed companies, what are unlisted companies, what are listed private companies, listed public companies, right? A lot of things we studied about the organizational aspect of business and commerce. We talked about economic, non-economic as the most commonly asked question comes from, is this an economic activity? Is this a non-economic activity? Also, questions come from LLP. LLP is one good topic where you need to know the questions come from. Second is companies. Companies से बहुत questions आएंगे. So read that concept again and again. Practice a lot of questions from there. Chapter 2, we talked about environment. Again, a lengthy chapter, but again, one of the chapters where a lot of questions will come from, let's say demographics. Questions would come from what is they'll give you a small snippet about a demographic. You have to identify the form of organization or the form of macro environment aspect to it, right? Then we have SWOT analysis, we have pestle analysis, we have events, trends. A lot of questions come from events, trends, right? We also have the issues and probably expectations are rarely asked, but a lot of questions come from like small 2-3 line case which will come from event or trend topic, right, within environment scanning. Then we also have a lot of questions coming in from pestle analysis. We have questions in chapter 2 coming in from SWOT analysis, right? That those are 2-3 hot topics that you should know in chapter 2. Chapter 3 is again organizations questions. Do not be worried about the rankings and the years specifically. Just be very clear about headquarters. Know the headquarters, know the the names of people. Also know what does the company do, the portfolio of products that a company has, right? Know those products. Those are the questions. Like those are the topics from where a lot of questions will come in chapter 3. Okay. Then in chapter 3, you also will have a lot of MNCs. We talked about the global companies working in India. Be very, very careful while reading those companies. Questions might come about that company as well as that company's operations in India, right? Who is heading that business in India? Who is doing that thing in India? When did it start? Where the headquarters? All these things are very, very important. And a lot of questions come from chapter 3 from there. Okay, chapter 4, maybe we were talking about a lot about policy context, policy content, right? We talked about what a policy is, historic policy formulation, and then a lot of questions would come from, key topic of the chapter is LPG, liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Privatization is the hottest topic in the chapter. A lot of questions will come from the four types, and then we also have a lot of questions coming in from the holistic like least resistance and this and that, right? Intrinsic ways of tackling the environment and the other ways of tackling the environment, right? Holistic and intrinsic, that we have internal changes like administrative or competitive, right? Or at least resistance or proactive. So a lot of questions can come from that, giving again a 2-3 line case to you and then asking an MCQ, what kind of a response is that? Okay. So chapter 4 is also interesting in those terms. Chapter 5, we talked about RBI, SEBI, IRDAI, CCI, what they do, roles, functions. A lot. The hottest topic is SEBI का quasi legislative, quasi administrative. वो question हमेशा ही आता है. So be very sure you read that. RBI roles and functions would come. How does that facilitate an organization? How does RBI, SLR, CRR, hot topics again. CCI, Competition Commission, the board of Competition Commission, the SEBI का board, who are the board members. Then formation of board basically, right? Those are hot topics of chapter 5. NABARD, self-help groups, and NABARD is not just restricted to agriculture but also to rural areas. There are 3-4 industries like we talked about: cottage industry, then cotton industry or trades, right? And handicraft. All of that is also covered under NABARD. Questions come from that topic as well. Chapter 5 also will have a few hot topics that I talked. So those questions will come from there most probably, but every topic is important. But I'm just telling you most frequently asked topics. Okay, chapter 6 again very interesting. Chapter 6, most of things you know. Some of the tough things that you do not understand, just know. Please remember the key words of every term that we understood, like an annuity is annual, padla ka contango. Then we talked about bulls and bears and 4Ps and annuity and check bounce and demat account, an aggregator, a broker, brokerage, call option, put option, futures, right? We talked about all these terms. We explained all of these terms. The terms का definition आएगा, या फिर you can get find the wrong statement out of the following, right? It could be any form of question that might come. We will do some questions today from chapter 6. Also, I have that in my top 10 practice questions that I prepared for you. We'll do that as well, right? And chapter 6, I think financial terms is one of the most asked topic within chapter 6. Marketing से इतना ज्यादा आता नहीं है, but आता भी है. But while I'm saying the financial terms are the most frequently asked, right? This is your entire BCK. We have covered the entire commercial and business, the business and commercial knowledge, all the aspects to it. Why is it important for a chartered accountant? You know that, right? It's an easy paper. See, I teach this and I know this because it's an easy paper. It doesn't have too much technical in terms of numbers and in terms of like theory that you need to remember. Most of it is common sense. Most of it is basically you just read it through like a story and you remember it, right? It's relatively an easy paper, and you should, when I say easy, it means easy to score marks, but it is extremely important from a professional point of view. Okay, Now, all the chartered accountants, there's a war between CAs and MBAs, and this is why this particular chapter, like the syllabus that we have, right, this subject that we have, it becomes even more important for you because this gives you an insight about what businesses do, what is the commercial knowledge, what actually happens in the business, what are the technical terms. So it's really important for you to feel this subject is important, and only then you can study it, right? Great. With that, that's a quick revision and hot topics for you to remember, to just mark it down that these are important. You should know these. A lot of questions come from this. Okay. I will just straightforward spend 5 minutes on syllabus related questions, right? Questions about me, about the course. We'll do that after the practice questions I have for you. But right now, I want all of you to ask questions from the syllabus first, okay? Write down a cue before the question and ask any doubt, anything that you want me to repeat or anything you want me to tell you in concise form. I will do that in the next 5, 7 minutes. And then we do our 10 questions. And then we do an open forum about me, about you, about the examination. Okay. Go for it. Next 5, 7 minutes. Questions around the syllabus, please. Okay. Okay. How can I join live session? Please tell me. किया तो है प्रियांशी आपने live session और कितना live join करना है? You're chatting on the live session, so you're already in the live session. In chapter 6, there are so many technical terms. How do you remember all of them? Vidisha, if you study that chapter that you have to remember all of them, you will never remember all of them. Common sense है. Annuity, annual payment. Badla, it's going to the next day. We are doing a badla. We are doing a cross transaction which is being carried forward. A check bounce ho gaya, cancel ho gaya, right? These are basic terms. Bulls and bears. I've given you concept also. Bulls pull you down, like bulls throw you up. Bears pull you down. Same happens in the market, right? Basket trading again. Sensex and Nifty mein Anshika Chanchal, you would have studied basket trading is Sensex has like 30 top companies of India. Nifty has 50 top companies of India. If you buy the shares of all these 30 companies and trade in that, and you do an investment, you want to do an investment, you do in all the top 30 companies or the all top 50 companies as per Nifty, that is called basket trading. You have created a basket, and that's called basket trading. Okay. Administrative response in short, please. Administrative response is you change the way you do your business. It's called administrative, okay? That's called administrative form of business. For example, your father or your mother have been doing business and they have a shop of, let's say, cloth, ठीक है? कपड़े का थान बेचते हैं. They sell cloth. Now they have a primitive way. They have that scale measurement. 1 मीटर कपड़ा नापेंगे, देंगे. They all do all this, right? Now you come into the business and you feel that we are losing to competition like branded shops like an H&M or this and that, or even for that matter, ethnic shops like a Libas or a Mintra aa raha hai. A lot of companies online are doing that, right? Nykaa fashion ho raha hai. We are losing customers. What do? You change the way you do business, right? You go online. You take your shop online to a Flipkart, to a Meesho, to an Amazon. You start doing online sales. You start doing digital marketing for your business. That is called administrative response, changing the way you do your business with the change in environment. Okay, that's administrative. Do you have to cram the establishment dates of various companies? Not necessary. Do not waste your time, Subhadeep. Right? नहीं आएगा छोड़ देना. You should remember, see, people who have time, people who have the bandwidth, people who want to score 100 out of 100%, they should do that. But if you feel that I can spend better time, see, I'm being honest with you, right? I want all of you to clear the examinations. I want all of you to score good in this subject for sure, but I also want all of you to clear the examination. That's where you become a CA. You do not become a CA when you clear BCK. You become a CA when you clear the examination as a whole. Okay. So spend time where you think you are weak. Okay. Do not please waste your time mugging up dates. एक दो questions आएंगे तो छोड़ देना. And if you have time, you want 100 out of 100, go for it. At least read through once. Okay. Why is BCK removed from the new syllabus? It's taken a level up. I wouldn't call it as a removal. I feel it has been taken a level up to intermediate, and even in the, like, we have this integrated case study at final level. It's going there. We have strategic management coming there as well. So it's becoming way more important than ever in the industry, right? Industry wants chartered accountants who are really professional, who understand the business, who just do not understand accounts and taxation and audit. That is our core skill, absolutely important for us. But the world also needs us to know the business. So that is where it's becoming really important. We're taking a level up, and that is where it's getting exciting for us, right? Hedge is protecting yourself against the risk. Okay. It's called hedging. If you want to minimize your risk in any form, it is called hedging. Okay. You buy a share at a low price, you sell it at a higher price, right? What if it doesn't happen? So what you do is you buy at a medium price as well, so that mera loss kam ho jaye. How do you minimize your loss? That is called hedging. Okay. Arbitrage, when there is a difference in price of a same product in two different markets, you use that difference value to make money. That is called arbitrage. Okay. I have given enough examples. I don't know why you guys are not even listening to those examples. I've given arbitrage more than 20 times, and it's coming again. You guys are not paying attention for sure, but no problem. Now we're in the last class. अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों, right? You have to go and do a lot of self study. Go and refer these like these sessions. They are on YouTube. They're on BOS Live. They're recorded for you guys. You can go and refer that again, back and back. Okay, cool. What is balance transfer? दोस्त पार्थ एक अकाउंट से दूसरे अकाउंट में पैसे डालते हैं, उसको बैलेंस ट्रांसफर बोलते हैं. Simple English पूछ रहे हो यार. Ask me tough concepts, man. I should also feel I'm teaching people who are 20, 19, 20, 18. कुछ तो I know people who are like asking me tough questions. You're becoming professionals, those. You guys are asking very very simple questions. मजा ही नहीं आ रहा है तो tough question पूछो कि यार ये ऐसा concept क्यों है? Where does this concept apply? How do I apply this concept in my normal thing, right? How can a question come up from this particular concept? These are the kind of questions I'm expecting. You ask me, what kind of questions can come from arbitrage? This is what you should be asking me, right? Can there be a case scenario about a arbitrage? Can there be a one-line thing how a business is doing arbitrage and we have to identify that? Those are the kind of questions you should ask. You're asking me glossary, a dictionary questions which are what is this, what is that? ये तो Google भी कर सकते दोस्त. Use your time with me the next 1 hour to ask tough questions that are gonna help you in your preparation, my friend. That's what I want to probably advise you. Cool. SK, it's not pistol, it's pestle analysis. Please be very careful with the spellings. Exam में those you have to be very careful. Okay. Analysis of the macro environment, PESTL क्या होता है? Political environment, social, technological, legal, ये सब इन सब aspects को जब हम समझते हैं, we want to analyze that. It's called a pestle analysis. Okay. Syndicate loan, Ritu. 20 times I've given this example. I'm pretty sure you guys are not listening to me. Syndicate loan. किंगफिशर को, अदानी को, अंबानी को, इन सबको सिंडिकेट लोन्स मिलते हैं. व्हेन द अमाउंट इज सो ह्यूज, 3 4 banks, 7 8 banks come together to give that loan. It's called a syndicate loan, right? Great question, Gautam. Difference between a joint venture and merger. I knew this question should come. Fantastic question, Gautam. I have that question in my practice session today as well, which we will do in the next 10 minutes, and you will get to know there. But hold on to this question. Fantastic question. Okay. You have missed the yesterday class. No problem, Ayush. Everything is recorded. Go and see these at 1.5x, 2x speed. You'll complete the entire syllabus in 2 3 days. Okay. Public listed, unlisted companies which are on the stock exchange, which is Bombay Stock Exchange or National Stock Exchange. The shares of the company are available for you and me to buy and sell. Those are listed companies. Companies jinke shares are not listed on the stock exchange, you and me cannot buy the shares of those companies. Those are unlisted companies. Example, Zomato. Zomato is a listed company. You and me can buy shares. Nika, you and me can buy shares. But can you buy the shares of Boat? Can you buy the shares of Shadi.com? Can you buy the shares of Lenskart? You cannot. Those are unlisted companies. They are not on the stock exchange, right? You and me cannot buy shares of those companies. But Nykaa ka I can, Zomato ka I can, TCS ka I can, Infosys ka I can. But can I buy shares of PP Jewelers? Maybe not. Can I buy shares of Sagar Ratna? Maybe not. Why? Because they are not listed on the stock exchange for you and me to buy. That's listed and unlisted. Okay. Policy context, content, institution, and instrument. Disha, again, concept नहीं पढ़ रहे हो आप लोग. You guys just want revision. तो आप क्या करोगे? ये कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं हुआ. एक बार शॉर्ट में फिर से समझा दो. ये टाइम पास नहीं है ये. I want you to ask questions which are application based, my friends. You can just go back to the session and look at all these. I was expecting really good questions. I'm disappointed, to be honest. I thought it's the last class. You guys would come with core revision and ask me tough questions. Ki, I think this concept is this, and why is this such a concept kind of a question, right? Or maybe you would have come back with an example that this is happening in my area, and I think this is an example of privatization. Am I right? Those are the kind of questions I was expecting. That I see somebody building a footpath in near my college. That is an example of privatization because government has given that contract to somebody to make a footpath in your college or outside your college. That's an example of privatization. That person is not concerned with footpath bane desh mein ya nahi. That's the job of the government that there's a footpath. But the government has given it to some private contractor, a builder. Ki bhai aap banao, we will give you money. That's privatization. These are the kind of things you should be asking me. Vanshi, I can see your comments, so you should be able to send questions as well. Okay. Policy context content ka question I have in the revision also. So Vidisha, maybe hold on to that. You will get some answers there. Pestle analysis, I've done that SK. Okay. What is repo rate? ये देखो फिर से Alicia. I have done these concepts. Why do you want me to? You can go and refer the sessions, boss. Syllabus से related कोई अच्छा question पूछा. I'm going to figure out a good question. Okay. I am not going to explain the concepts again. You guys are asking for spoon feeding, and we're not going to do that. As simple as that. I'm going to search for a good question. Okay. What is private and public listed company? What is FMCG considered as defensive stock? This is a good question, Swati, now, right? This is where your brain should work. Are FMCG considered as a defensive stock? Question to all of you, all right? That's a great question. Those are the kind of questions I'm searching for. Swati has a question. She asks, are FMCG considered a defensive stock? Yes or no? It's a question to all of you. While I search for another good question, give an answer to this. Are FMCG stocks defensive stocks? You know what a defensive stock is. You have the concept. बस सीए कोर्स कर रहे हैं हम भी थोड़ा सा एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड प्लीज. Chapter 3 capsule, though, Bhumika, I've been shouting my lungs out. Please do not skip the study material. I've been shouting my lungs out. Capsule, my PPTs should be your revision after you have done the study material. I know it's a lot of stuff to do, but that's how the student life is, right? You'll have to churn through 10, 12 hours, man. Disinvestment and divestment difference. Ishika, 20,000 times we did that during the chapter also. उस टाइम क्यों नहीं पूछता है कोई? I'm just thinking when I'm explaining those concepts in Hindi, English, with example, with the easiest English example, तभी सब thumbs up देते हैं. तो झूठ में thumbs up दे रहे हो आप लोग मुझे. Gautam, that's a great question. Cost structure again. That's a part of my practice questions as well. Okay, ये देखो फिर से आया arbitrage. I've already done that. Diversification and hedge, absolutely different terms. What is the difference between diversification and hedge? It's like, what is the difference between well, like swimming and painting? दोनों बहुत अलग हैं. Diversification, you diversify, do different things. Hedges, you minimize your risk. कहाँ से ये related है? Okay. Mutual fund. Great question, Maurya. If you answer it wrong, you get a negative marking. What happens if you just leave the question? You get a zero. So zero is better than negative, right? Simple maths. -1 से बड़ा होता है zero. What type of business come under MSME? All businesses. It's just about the size. It's not about what type. It can be anything. MSME is based on the capital and revenue का size. Okay. Ishika, disinvestment, divestment, small portions में privatize करना, बेचना company, selling of a company in small portions is disinvestment. And divestment is selling it एक बार में पूरा. FDI and FII, foreign direct investment, and FII क्या होता है? Foreign institutional investor होता है. And FII does FDI, okay? And FII does FDI. An investor does investment. An investor does investment. FII, FDI. Okay? Ishika, because I have done that 20 times and you're asking the same question, I've also explained it right now. Because I'm furious because you guys always give me a thumbs up in the class, and the kind of questions I'm seeing right now, right? I'm so confused. Then why are you guys saying that understood everything? It's good. I really enjoy this class right now because it's telling me that you guys need so much preparation. Okay, you guys need really see some classes are need to be aggressive. This class is going to be aggressive and you need it. Okay, you might take it to your heart, you might take it to your ego कि भाई आज क्यों why is this guy so furious on us? Because I can see in the chat box you guys need so much preparation. Okay, I'll be honest with you. You guys really need a lot of revision and preparation because you guys are asking the easiest questions possible, and these are not even going to come in the examination. See, a question is how can you do business in HUF? What kind of a question is that, sir? How can you do business in HUF? HUF is a form of an organization. How can you do business in HUF? By doing business, right? Monetary policy and fiscal policy. So, Pradeep, I am pretty sure you have not done any revision. I'm pretty sure you need so much of revision, my friend. The notes are there, the classes are there. All these classes are recorded. Okay. I'm really sorry. I might come at out as very furious right now, but I'm really worried. Okay. I'm worried for you. That is why I'm doing this because these questions are not what you should be asking. This is what you should be revising, my friend. आप कह रहे हो मेरे को रिवीजन नहीं करना, मेरे को फिर से बता दो, एक बारी फिर से समझा दो. रिवीजन किया है? If I start asking questions, then maybe I think that will give me more comfort. Okay. Any example? Proceed with caution and holistic response. Okay, so Pradeep, I can give you proceed with caution and holistic response. How do you proceed with caution? Okay. Some companies with the change of technology take time to adapt to a particular technology. Okay. Is HDFC Bank did not go and do cryptocurrency. ICICI Bank did not do cryptocurrency. Those are huge banks. They could have just gone and invested into cryptocurrency as well. That's called proceed with caution. The environment was changing. You remember there was a metaverse wave, there was a cryptocurrency, Dogecoin, this coin, Bitcoin, Ethereum. These banks had so much money, they could have just gone and invested in cryptocurrency. Did they do that? No. Their approach was proceed with caution. The world was changing, the environment was changing around them. It was a financial instrument, but they decided to proceed with caution. That's how a proceed with caution strategy for external environment response is, right? Vasi, that's a question to you. नारायण मूर्ति कौन सी कंपनी के सीईओ हैं? सीईओ तो है ही नहीं, पहली बात चेयरमैन है. Okay, in the benchmarking 10 times we have done. I'm going to search for only good questions, okay? And then I'm going to ask tough questions to you as well. So be prepared, because I am going to ask tough questions as well. बिल्कुल दिख रहे सर, सारे कमेंट दिख रहे हैं मुझे. And I'm just furious the kind of questions you guys are asking, okay? I'm so sure none of you has done any revision. You're taking the subject so lightly. You could get 40 out of 40, my friend. I've seen people coming back to me, writing to me personal notes that I scored 40 because I revised it, because I practiced it. बिना पढ़े नहीं होगा दोस्त. Majority Janta says FMCG, yes, it's a defensive stock. FMCG is a defensive stock. I gave you an example that day as well. What are defensive stocks? Right? What are defensive stocks? Economy नीचे जाएगी, consumption नीचे जाएगी. Right? Economy नीचे जाएगी, consumption नीचे जाएगी. See, not every FMCG stock is a defensive stock. You might feel कि यार बहुत बहुत बड़ी companies defense, those are blue chips. We are not talking about blue chips. We are talking about the sector as a whole. War होगी तो खाना पानी चलेगा. You would anyway need that, but people will not spend on luxury of food. Yeah, उस time people are not gonna eat kiwis and caramel popcorns and like chocolate mousse. नहीं खाएंगे लोग. लोग कहेंगे दाल चावल आटा दे दो हमको बस. Right? We just need basic food. I don't want to get a caramel or a chicken tikka roll. नहीं चाहिए मुझे. मेरे को basic दाल चावल दे दो. Right? See, the price of onion rises, people stop eating onions. The price of tomato rises, people stop eating tomatoes. How is that a defensive stock then? Food, fast moving consumer good. People stop consuming if the prices are exorbitant or the demand and supply fluctuates heavily, right? How does a satellite institution work? Institution means in isolation, right? Independently it works. It gets into a contract, into different modes of transactions with other organization, but it works independently. Okay. Is Indian government in terms of their business be considered as not for profit organization? Great question, दिव्यांश. पहली बात तो मुझे बताओ, गवर्नमेंट को ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैसे बोला आपने? गवर्नमेंट इज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ठीक है. इफ दैट इज व्हाट यू थिंक, दैट्स रॉन्ग. गवर्नमेंट एनजीओ है. ये तो मैं लाइफ में पहली बार सुन रहा हूँ दोस्त. टू बी ऑनेस्ट, ओके. The government is not an organization, it is government. It's an elected government. It's not an organization. गुट थोड़ी ना गुंडों का ये organization है. They have been elected by you and me. You're 18 plus. You're given vote, right? You have elected them. How is that an organization? Organizations are not elected by people. They are made by a certain group of people. But government is not made by a certain group of people. It's made by everyone, you and me. That's democracy. Okay. RTGS, NEFT, IFSC is related to transfer in banks. Om, have you ever used online banking or net banking? कभी यूज किया है? यूपीआई, नेट बैंकिंग यूज किया है? These are forms of transfer of money between the banks. Okay? आईएफएससी कोड होता है, आरटीजीएस, एनईएफटी पैसे ट्रांसफर करने की टेक्नोलॉजी होती है. Can common public be debenture holders of unlisted companies? No, unlisted. Unless you are a very rich person and you have network in the company, only then. Otherwise, common public cannot. It's an unlisted company for that matter, right? Thanks, Shweta, for saying tobacco pharmaceuticals are defensive. You understand that. Angel, I can see your queries, right? Okay. Is trading shop located arbitrage? No, Rohit, that's trading. That's not arbitrage. आर्बिट्राज बहुत अलग होता है ट्रेड से. आर्बिट्राज इज प्राइस अलग होना. इट्स नॉट अबाउट taking at a lower price from a wholesaler and selling it on a margin. ठीक है. Arbitrage is more of a transaction in terms of assets. I was just giving you examples to tell you the difference of prices in markets, but it's about a lot of other things, right? It's about assets like gold, like silver, like property. इन सब के ऊपर आर्बिट्राज होता है, करेंसी के ऊपर आर्बिट्राज होता है. ओके इंद्रजीत, मैं तो अटक गया, बट आप मत अटक जाना, रिवीजन नहीं किया तो. Mariam, everyone's doubts are there, but I'm just selecting questions which I feel are right. Okay. Angel, I've answered that. Economic or demographic factor, income क्या है? I've already answered that. अभी 5 मिनट पहले आंसर किया मैंने. ये देखो, what is Infosys? यार ये questions नहीं चाहिए मुझे. What is franchisee? किधर पढ़ा मरियम franchisee? Where did you read franchisee? पहले ये मुझे बताओ. Must be amortized. Did you attend yesterday's class or the day class before yesterday? You guys have attended those classes? मरियम, फ्रेंचाइजी क्या होता है? ब्रांड नेम यूज करो किसी और का, दुकान अपनी खोलो. लाइक अ सबवे, राइट? सबवे खाते हो आप, कभी खाया देखा है आपने, तो वो फ्रेंचाइजी है. और जैसे ब्रांड्स होते हैं, अग्रवाल स्वीट्स फ्रेंचाइजीज होती हैं, राइट? कूल. टू मेनी क्वेश्चंस एंड आई एम रियली फ्यूरियस कि भाई इतना सारा हमने हिंदी इंग्लिश में पढ़ा, तभी सब लोग थम्स अप दे रहे थे. अभी यू आर आस्किंग द क्वेश्चंस which I've explained three times in that class. Okay, with that, विशाल कहाँ ब्लॉक हो गए? अभी तो पढ़ी है, अभी तो आपका कमेंट पड़ा है. Let me ask questions to you now. Okay, let me open my quick revision. Okay, and ask these questions to you, boys and girls. Okay, let's not spend much time on this and see how prepared you are. Anybody who gets a wrong answer, you know where the weakness is. Okay, it's not an easy subject, my friend. MCQ hai doesn't mean it's easy. Okay, I see people answering already. We will wait for 20 seconds on every question. It's an exam oriented piece. Just understand the kind of questions you will get in examinations. Okay, this is the kind of language that you can expect in the examination as well from the questions. Okay, I see majority Janta saying A. Competition brings direct benefit to customer, intermediary, government, or competitor. Majority Janta says customer. People who are saying intermediary, you need revision. People who are saying competitor, you need revision. The correct answer is customer. Direct benefit from competition comes to customer, not to the intermediary, not to the competitor. How will it come directly to the intermediary? इंटरमीडिएट को कंपटीशन से क्या फर्क पड़ता है? They just have to make money from the people who are keeping the product in the shops, right? Competitor को तो घाटा है, threat है. Competition brings threat to competitor. How can it be a competitor? The correct answer is customer. Second question on your screen. I think somebody asked this question. It's there as well. Cost structure of a company is affected by the bargaining power of who? Cost structure of a company is affected by the bargaining power of which of the following? फटाफट से आंसर कीजिए. एग्जाम क्वेश्चंस हैं ये. Let me tell you, all these questions are past year exam questions, okay? So just know you're just reading exam questions. Cost structure of a company is affected by the bargaining power of which of the following? Gautam, you asked it. Great question. Mixed bag of responses. People saying customer, people saying creditor, people saying supplier, people saying competitor. इसमें competitor कहाँ है? अच्छा, you're giving the last. The last one was customer. What is this? इस question का answer क्या है? The correct answer is supplier. The correct answer is supplier. Cost structure of the company is affected by the bargaining power of the supplier. You buy products from the supplier. You buy products from the supplier. Supplier से products लेते हो दोस्त, तो आपका cost structure will change if the supplier has more bargaining power. If supplier says that from today, I will give you each bottle, okay? Let's say you have this pani ki bottle, okay? This water bottle, this bottle, they used to give you for 2 rupees. Now they say, I will give this for 7 rupees. The cost increases for you. Your supplier's bargaining power will change and affect your cost structure, because supplier say you are buying, it is a cost for you. If supplier price increases, your cost increases. So cost structure of a company is affected by the bargaining power of the supplier. Aren't suppliers and creditors the same? No, Apurva, not at all. Suppliers are people who give you the raw material. Creditors are banks. लोन देने वाले क्रेडिटर होते हैं. डिबेंचर होल्डर्स, बैंक्स, इन्वेंचर कैपिटलिस्ट्स, इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर्स, लोन बैंकर्स, दीज आर द क्रेडिटर्स. सप्लायर तो रॉ मटेरियल देता है, राइट? Next is merger of Vodafone and Idea, dynamic response, and Mukesh Ambani introduced Jio. It gives high competition to the competitor, so we merged it, converted them into the opportunity. Okay. Is it a dynamic response? It can be. It can be, right? From the logic that you're giving, that's right. It's a dynamic response. Unpaid suppliers are creditors. अकाउंट से बाहर निकल के थोड़ा बिजनेस कमर्शियल नॉलेज के एस्पेक्ट से देखो. ऐसे तो ओके, वेरी गुड. नाउ if this is how you guys think, right, let me take a step back. Somebody जो अपना डी मार्ट के मालिक है, okay, Mr. Damani, who is the owner of D Mart, he is also the customer. He also eats food. He also uses Surf Excel powder. He also eats ice cream. So he is a customer. Then intermediary is equal to a customer. अरे वाह. तो इंटरमीडिएट जैसे सप्लायर क्रेडिटर है, तो ऐसे तो सप्लायर कस्टमर भी है, ऐसे तो क्रेडिटर कस्टमर भी है. ऑल ऑफ दीज थ्री आर कस्टमर्स ऑल्सो. डज दैट मेक सेंस? नो, all the three are also customers. If somebody is giving you this bottle, कल को वो पानी पिएगा इससे, supplier, तो वो तो customer बन गया. तो supplier is customer also. कोई logic है इस बात का? नहीं. Okay. The thing, so just answer what the question is asking. Next question on your screen. If supplier increases their price, it is a cost for you. Your cost increases, my friend. हाँ, करेक्ट प्रेम. कॉस्ट की जगह प्राइस होता तो कस्टमर होता. अभी हम कॉस्ट की बात कर रहे हैं. नो पूर्वज, इतना ज्यादा यू डोंट हैव टू थिंक बियॉन्ड द क्वेश्चन. द क्वेश्चंस आर सिंपल. The moment you confuse and think beyond the question, you will give the wrong answer. Macro environment includes very nice. Both the answers are right. Okay. I'm giving these questions from past year, and I've genuinely put this question here for one big reason. Both these answers are right. Okay. So any of these you could do will be marked as right. This was one trick question, or I would say one miss question that came in. Both opportunities and organizations are part of macro environment, right? Organization be macro environment का opportunities are also part of macro environment, because weakness and strength are internal to you. Opportunities are external to you. While organization, we have studied board of directors, employees, these are the stakeholders which are part of macro environment. Any of the two options you gave in the exam would have been right. Okay, cool. Quickly, time nahi hai apne paas. Let's go to the next one. Find the incorrect statement out of this. Now you see how exam questions are gonna come. Find the incorrect statement. बट वो कंपेटिटिव ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस नहीं होंगे. नहीं, वो तो कंपेटिटर्स होंगे. कंपेटिटर सप्लायर, कंपेटिटिव डेमोग्राफिक, हर चीज के आगे कंपेटिटिव थोड़ी ना लगाएंगे. कंपेटिटर्स आर डिफरेंट. दे आर पार्ट ऑफ योर मैक्रो और माइक्रो. माइक्रो है कंपेटिटिव. कंपेटिटिव ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, इवन इफ यू वांट टू थिंक अबाउट इट, कंपेटिटर्स तो माइक्रो में है ना दोस्त, मैक्रो में थोड़ी ना. Question on your screen. Find the incorrect statement. Company can become an LLP. Sole proprietorship can become an LLP. LLP can become a company, or sole proprietorship can become a, an OPC. What is the sahi uttar? My puttar, what is the sahi uttar? You have to be really quick and smart in answering questions for BCK. ठीक है जी. Syllabus is easy. Subject is easy. We just confuse ourselves and do not revise. Very clear. I don't want to scold any of you. I'm really proud of all of you, what you're doing, and I have all trust in you. My only concern is you guys are not revising enough. Padhiya logo. You all want to clear the exams, I know, but you don't want to revise. That's what's painful. Correct answer. Sole proprietorship can become an LLP. No, LLP is a limited liability partnership. Sole proprietorship is single person. वो partnership बनाएगा कैसे? Okay, next question. Somebody had this question as well. When two companies come together to benefit from synergies of each other by forming a new entity is called what? Joint venture, amalgamation, acquisition, or merger. There was a question and I asked you to like wait for the practice question. This is where we are. When two companies come together to benefit from synergies of each other by forming a new entity is called what? Majority Janta says A, joint venture, amalgamation, joint venture, amalgamation, acquisition. Gautam, you asked this. Great question. The correct answer is merger. The correct answer is merger. सब गलत. The correct answer was merger. Next question on your screen. दोनों में फर्क देखना. Two companies come together to benefit from synergies of each other, forming a new entity is called a merger. Two companies come together to benefit from synergies of each other for a particular project is called what? Jan Bushke, I put this question. Amalgamation is two or more. Amalgamation is more than two companies, my friend. Mentos, you'll have to jalao the dimag ki batti. Two companies come together to benefit from synergies by forming a new entity. Merger, नई entity बन गई दोस्त. दो कंपनी आ गई टुगेदर. ठीक है जी, merger. Two companies come together to benefit from synergies of each other for a particular project. No new entity is formed here. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? इसको बोलते हैं joint venture. इसको बोलते हैं joint venture. Come together for synergies by forming a new entity. Merger. Come together for the synergies for a particular project. No new entity is formed. Joint venture. ठीक है मैम्स एंड सर्स. रिविजन गया. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन योर स्क्रीन. भारत बेंज, टाटा, स्टारबक्स. Great. That's a good example, Asim, for this. Bharat Benz is a great example for JV. Amalgamation, two or more companies come together. तो उसको amalgamation बोल देते हैं. ठीक है. दो कंपनीज आती है, मर्जर दो से ज्यादा हो जाती है, इट्स मोर लाइक एन अमेलगमेशन इन द बेसिक फॉर्म. टेक्निकली और बहुत अलग होते हैं इन फॉर्म्स ऑफ एसेट्स एंड लायबिलिटीज, ये वो बहुत टेक्निकल है, बट समझने के लिए जस्ट रिमेंबर दैट. वी इज अ मर्जर, यस. इट्स नॉट अ जॉइंट वेंचर. वो कंपनी पूरी एक हो चुकी है. वी आई द वोडाफोन आइडिया इज अ मर्जर. चलो, एक क्वेश्चन जो सबका ठीक है एक्सेप्ट टू और थ्री पीपल, एंड दोज पीपल who do not who have not got this answer right. रिविजन की घंटी बज रही है दोस्त. द करेक्ट आंसर इज वॉलमार्ट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन योर स्क्रीन. I made these questions ना इतना मतलब I was in awe of all of you that these guys are so smart. They have learnt everything, so responsive. Easy बना दिए मैंने questions. And the kind of response I've gotten this morning, I should have given you tough questions. हैदराबाद, जयपुर, मुंबई, पुणे, हैदराबाद, जयपुर, पुणे, जिधर मन कर रहा है उधर जनता जाए. आई एम नॉट आस्किंग घूमने कहाँ जाना है. आई एम आस्किंग बजाज मोटर्स का हेडक्वार्टर्स कहाँ है दोस्त. द आंसर इज पुणे. मत पढ़ो, कोई बात नहीं. मेरा क्या जाता है. एग्जाम आपका है, मेरा थोड़ी ना. आई हैव ऑलरेडी क्लियर्ड माई एग्जाम्स दोस्त. मत करो रिवाइज. मारो तुक्के हर जगह. पूरा तुक्काबाजी में निकाल दो एग्जाम. wouldn't impact me, it will only impact you. Don't revise. Which of the following is not related to ITC? Trick question है दोस्त से. I just want to give you a hint. It's a trick question. And this is not an exam question. This is what I have made. Okay, Kolkata 1910, Fiamma D. Wills. Okay, easy है. ठीक है, वैदेही चीज इजी है. ठीक है, वैदेही आंसर क्या दिया है. अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है. वेरी गुड. कोलकाता 1910, आशीर्वाद आटा, फियामे डिविल्स. बहुत बढ़िया. रोहित, रोहन, दीपक भाई, प्रसाद, पृथा, अमर, सब लोग धनाधन ऑप्शन दे रहे हैं कि हमको सब आता है. हमने रिवीजन कर लिया है. आई हैव डन द रिवीजन. फियामा डिविल्स. डिविल्स इज डिफरेंट. ओके, रूहानी हैज अ लॉजिक आल्सो. ओके, व्हाट एल्स. सब लोग कह रहे हैं हमें आता है, हमने पढ़ा हुआ है. वी हैव डन रिवीजन. Kolkata, 1910, Fiamma de Vills. I see your, Khushi, I can see your comments. Absolutely. None of the above, my friends. किसी ने कुछ रिवीजन नहीं किया. जानबूझ के ये क्वेश्चन डाला है मैंने. All the four are related to ITC. एक आदमी भी, right? Not even a single person in the chat has called this out कि all the four are related to ITC. सब लोग अरे ऑप्शन दिखा तो जवाब देना है. सही हो गलत हो, आई डोंट केयर. राइट. ITC formed in 1910 in Kolkata. Ashirwad Art and Fiamma Mills both are under the portfolio of ITC. दे दिया जवाब. Fiamma Mills is different. Ashirwad Atta is different. 1910 Kolkata. Zero revision दोस्त. ये मेरी गलती नहीं है आयुष, ये मैं प्रैक्टिस करवा रहा हूँ दोस्त. आंखें खुलवा रहा हूँ. स्मार्ट लोग आए हैं, कह रहे मेरी गलती है, अब हमें मार्क्स दो. अरे भाई, रिवीजन ही नहीं. गलत आंसर खुद दिया, मेरे से कैसे मार्क्स लोगे मुझे बताओ. आंसर आपका गलत और मेरे क्वेश्चन को गलत बोल दिया है. दोस्त, दिस इज अ रिवीजन क्लास फॉर यू टू ओपन योर आईज. आई वॉज एक्सपेक्टिंग इवन 1% टू कम एंड टेल मी कि भैया ऑल ऑफ दीज आर रिलेटेड. Nobody said that. Everybody gave me an answer. Option A, B, C, D. ठीक है. ठीक है, दो आंसर दो. There's no need for revision. कोई बात नहीं दोस्त. I'm very happy with this class. It's gonna help you, and I'm pretty sure. And please take this as an eye opener. I'm here to help you. I'm not here to probably Maro a hunter to you. It's just about It's just about please revise. You know everything. We have spent what, 2 hours into 20 classes now? 20 hours I've spent with you. We have done questions, we have done back of the questions. I've done 30 question revision. I'm doing a 10 question revision again. Please, thoda sa, you have to be careful, revise. तुक्केबाजी में मत करना please exam. Okay? Cool. Which of the following is not related to stock market jargon? Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. You need to revise a lot. अभी भी देख के ना मुझे इतनी हंसी आ रही है. पीपल आर सेइंग अशरा डाटा फियामा डिविस. मजा आया मुझे. इतना सुकून मिला है मुझे. आई माइट साउंड लाइक अ sadist but it's helping you. अब देखो ना सारे आंसर्स धनाधन ठीक. एवरीबडी इज गिविंग द राइट आंसर. टर्म इंश्योरेंस टर्म. दिमाग खुल गया सबका. एक झटके में सारी पढ़ाई वापस आ गई हमारी. देखो पूरी जनता से टर्म इंश्योरेंस टर्म इंश्योरेंस. दैट्स द राइट आंसर. टर्म इंश्योरेंस इज नॉट रिलेटेड टू स्टॉक मार्केट जार्गन. स्टॉक मार्केट से रिलेटेड नहीं है, फाइनेंस से रिलेटेड है. अगेन स्टॉक मार्केट का टर्म इंश्योरेंस से कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. राइट. इट्स अ फाइनेंशियल टर्म बट नॉट रिलेटेड टू स्टॉक मार्केट्स. ठीक है जी. वेरी गुड. दीज वर योर क्वेश्चंस फॉर टुडे. राइट. नाउ लेट्स स्पेंड टाइम on the open forum. Okay. I think now it gives you a great perspective about where your preparation stands. People who have given the right answers, you know what went right. People who have not given the right answers, you know what did not go right. Okay. It's your exam, it's your preparation. Please take this very seriously. I'm telling you, 6 months are important. Okay. 6 months are really important. Awesome. हाउ टू रिवाइज BCK. जबरदस्त क्वेश्चन आया है. अब तो हाथ कांप गए हमारे. अब तो हम ऐसे हैं कि अरे कहाँ से हम लोग पढ़ें, कैसे रिवाइज करें. That's not what my motive was. But how do you revise BCK ऐसा is by going through the entire book again. Right. बाकी सब्जेक्ट्स को जैसे लिख लिख के करते हो ना, just at least read this subject and do not go with the तुक्काबाजी mindset कि it's easy, MCQ है तुक्के लगा देंगे. भैया मत लगाना तुक्के. पढ़ के जाना प्लीज. 6 months. Very 6 months means every attempt, right? I'm just saying. So every attempt is important. That's why I said 6 months. Great. People have scored good marks out of these 10. Right? I'm really proud of you. Keep up the good work. Others who haven't, please, you still have time. You still have time, यार. आराम से पढ़ो. कुछ stress नहीं लेना है. It's just about you have to prioritize some things. It's not about being scared of it. It's just about prioritize. 2 दिन लगेंगे यार BCK को. I can tell you, 2 days, 2 full days, you dedicate to BCK, it will be done. कितना ही बड़ा है यार BCK. 6 तो चैप्टर है छोटे से. स्टॉक मार्केट्स में एन्युटी होता है दोस्त. होता है, क्यों नहीं होता है. व्हेन यू कम टू दिस you'll get to know. SIPs होता है, एन्युटीज होता है म्यूचुअल फंड्स में. बिल्कुल होता है. हाउ मेनी अटेम्प्ट्स आई गेव. 1. You might call me lucky. I call myself as lucky. But I also, even during my finals, I did a lot of prioritization. I remember like cycling to a local library at 6 a.m. and going and studying for like 7, 8 hours till lunch, and probably thrashing to sleep afternoon, right? I've done that because I was really scared of certain subjects, and that fear of not clearing the examinations was very, very big for me, okay? Which was not nice, okay? I'll be honest with you. I can be vulnerable. People might say, ki, Arey, nahi, hum to theek the. I can be honest. See, I was really scared of examinations, and maybe that helped me. I think that helped me. So I used to go at 6 a.m. and cycle to that local library, sit with like 7, 8 people, and just study with headphones on, and just study and study and study, like solve a lot of questions. That is why I keep telling you, my strategies, people might have different strategies. My strategy was very simple. I will just pick up previous question papers and solve them back to back, repeat. Even if I've solved them, I'll write them again and type. That was my strategy. Okay. I used to block 3 hours, complete the exam like I'm writing in my register, right? And I just used to do that. And I've done like, I did my chartered accountancy in 2018, and I did exam papers from 2013 or 2012 to 2017. Every attempt, every question paper I had solved for every subject, right? Did I go to college? Yes. I juggled between college and C. I've done that. I did from Delhi University. That is what you wanted to know. Okay. म्यूचुअल फंड क्या होते हैं विशाल? आपसे पैसा लिया, आपके भाई से पैसा लिया, आपके दोस्त से पैसा लिया, और आपका पैसा मैंने संभाला। इसको बोलते हैं म्यूचुअल फंड, राइट? I did CA with my BCom, right? Actually, where am I from? I'm from Delhi, right? Okay. Why organization part of micro? एक second. किधर गया question? Oh, question miss हो गया. Okay. Before new course, I was thinking about giving intermediate group one, but now I might, giving both groups together. So my question, will it be easy now than before? So that depends on your confidence. ठीक है? I always tell all the people who ask me कि एक group देना चाहिए या दो. I always tell them, do not go by your friends, do not go by what people around you are doing. You know how prepared you are. It's much better to pass one group in a go than to fail two groups. Okay? So you know what I'm saying, right? So just be very sure how prepared you are. सिर्फ देने के लिए दो ग्रुप मत देना. Okay? Give one group if you're confident, clear that. That's done for life. I think if you're not well prepared or you're not very confident, give one group, clear it, go to the next one. Because what it gives you is confidence. What it gives you is motivation. What it gives you is knowing that you can do it, right? That kick of passing a group is very different. Okay. अलग ही कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाता है. ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आना चाहिए, बट कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाता है. मैं कॉलेज नहीं जाता था. वेरी आई वाज द फेवरेट ऑफ माय कॉलेज टीचर्स, तो मैं कॉलेज नहीं जाता था. ठीक है. And I'm just joking. I used to go to college, but I used to not attend the classes a lot. I'll be honest with you. Earlier it was simple. Now I know you guys have those 5, 7 marks, 10 marks for attendance also. हमारे टाइम नहीं होता था ये. हमारे टाइम क्या, मतलब ऐसे 4, 5 साल पहले नहीं होता था ये. Cool. I have more questions. Perfect place to study. So प्रदीप, जहाँ पे कंसंट्रेशन बन जाए दोस्त, वॉशरूम में बन जाए, वॉशरूम में पढ़ लो. बेडरूम में बन जाए, बेडरूम में पढ़ लो. मंदिर के सामने बन जाए, मंदिर के सामने पढ़ लो. जिधर लोग डिस्टर्ब ना करें उधर पढ़ लो. Absolutely, Vidisha. That fear really helps everybody. Rohit, how can you work with ICI? So many student groups, yeah. I never used to be part of the student groups and councils. Now you have all these student councils and everything. these people are so active. I've seen a lot of people have reached out to me also. You have these debates and badminton competitions and chess competitions. Join that. You get to know what's happening in the institute. Was I good at practicals or theory? I was good at practicals, but now I'm teaching theory. देखो मजेदार है ना? I was good at practicals because I was scared of practicals. The thing you're scared of, you become more like a perfectionist in it. कि यार ये तो मुझे करना ही है, ये तो मुझे नहीं आता है. I have looked on the average salary of ICI campus placement for the last 10 years. Notice that number of jobs have increased, but average salary has gone down. What should I do from day one? Focus on what I score good salary package at the end of my finals. Rohan, the truth is rank matters in campus, right? But again, your resume talks a lot. If you have done extracurriculars, if you have done good in terms of beyond studies, I can tell you it benefits a lot. क्या कॉलेज से कुछ मिला? Absolutely, Vishal. People who have college, or even if it's correspondence, if you have a degree with CA, it helps. It does help. Okay. About articleship, my my two words will be: first, if you do not know anything about articleship, your focus should be going to Big Fours. It helps you in a professional way. If you know what you want to do after becoming a CA, okay, then figure out which firm does that. You want to be a tax lawyer, you want to be a tax litigation person, you want to be somebody who audits, you want to be somebody who wants to open a practice, somebody who wants to work with small businesses and make lakhs and crores of rupees. You want to be a startup consultant, you want to be a GST expert. If you have that in mind, if you know, if you figure out that this is what I like, this is what I want to do, go for a middle firm, go for a mediocre firm which does that. You will get to know what happens there. But if you're clueless, कि भाई मुझे नहीं पता मुझे क्या करना है, I have no clue, target for Big Fours first. At least they will give you some path की होता क्या है, and then you figure out. That's my honest advice. Okay, cool. What timetable did you go for foundation? See, foundation may I remember we used to call it CPT back then. Okay. CPT में timetable was very simple. Again, I am more of a सुबह उठ के पढ़ने वाला, so I used to just follow that timetable. I used to study in the morning and after lunch I never used to study. मेरे से होता ही नहीं था दोस्त. But I can study a lot in the morning. आप मेरे को 6 बजे उठा के पढ़ा लो, मैं पढ़ लूंगा. रात को नहीं पढ़ सकता मैं. I will only watch YouTube and all this. At night, I can't study at night. इसीलिए I used to be very scared during my exam days because exam वाली सुबह तो पढ़ ली, but रात को when you are like कि अब सिर्फ there are like 10-12 hours left, tomorrow morning is the exam, right? And you're like shit, I can't even study right now. That was bad for me. एन्युटी स्टॉक मार्केट में भी है, फाइनेंशियल मार्केट में भी है दोस्त. ध्यान से पढ़ना श्वेता. दोनों में है. एन्युटी 2 बार है. Minimum time frame which with CA can be done. I think I've seen people do that in 3.5, 4 years also. Just graduation and not done masters. So, but इतना पढ़ा लिखा नहीं हूँ मैं. How to manage CA and BCom, Ishika? You have to, right? Just patao your teachers in college is what I will say. But this is if I have to do CA again, तो मैं क्या कहूँगा? मैं कहूँगा कोई बात नहीं, मैं कुछ और कर लूंगा. एग्जाम नहीं देना मेरे को, सीए बना दो सीधा. आई विल डू दैट. Exams are excruciating. These are really tough. Okay. But it's fun once you become. Can we attend regular college and do articleship? No. You will have to take permissions. Okay. Go by the law, please. How was my articleship? Really fun. I did in tax litigation. I did my articleship in a mediocre firm. I did tax litigation. I used to go meet tax officers. It was really fun. In inter, you choose one or both groups. See, I gave finals. May I gave single group. Inter, may I gave both groups. Final, may I'll be honest. I gave single groups because, like I told you, it's better to clear your groups than to not clear any. चंचल बिल्कुल करते हैं, क्यों नहीं करते भाई? बिल्कुल जॉब करते हैं. If you have questions while revision, you can ask once we at virtual classes at icai.in. Send a mail with the list of your questions. एक एक question मत भेजना, बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है. When you're revising, collate 7-8 questions and then send, okay? Cool. Subhati, we have done that. Key why our organizations part of the external environment and not internal. Internal में part होते हैं, but from a culture perspective. But board of directors, stakeholders, employees, these come from external environment to you to work with you, right? So that is that like interesting concept there. Just hold on to that. You will know this as we go into intermediate. We'll study that. Time period of articleship, what I've heard right now, I'm not very sure. It's 2 years. It's been reduced to 2 years, but I also have to go through that entire new thing. I think I also shared that document with you, right? I showed you can download that. It's on the internet. It's on the ICA website. You're prepared, but lack of confidence वो रहना चाहिए आयुष. Lack of confidence रहना चाहिए, वरना you will be overconfident. आयुष says मेरे को कॉलेज बुलाते ही नहीं है. कोई बात नहीं आयुष, तो आप मत जाओ. इसमें रोने का क्या है? Yeah, I know, Ashita. You travel a lot. You have to do a lot of stuff. College, thoda sa you will have to manage because CMA you don't have an option. But again, college के exams मत skip करना please. CMA you still have an attempt option. College में 1 साल चला जाता है. Just be smart there, okay? What was my quote? Sanjana, there was no quote that motivated me. The fear of not clearing was my motivation. In articleship, if I'm applying in Big Fours, is better to email or LinkedIn, or shall I physically visit their office, drop my resume, reach out to people on LinkedIn. Simple, best working method. Reach out to people on LinkedIn. HRs, people who have just joined Big Fours, like 1 or 2 year experienced people in Big Fours, they will help you, right? Reach out to them on LinkedIn. Please start making LinkedIn. It's gonna be helpful. I keep repeating that. You forgot before your last question. Should I repeat them? Asim, आपका क्या question है? पूछ लो यार एक बारी. I might. I'm going by each question to each question, but let's see. Input option. Does seller need to pay a premium? Yes. A buyer होता है वैसे premium. Put seller, basically seller is the person whoever is blocking or freezing that price has to pay a premium. Right? That's how you should understand. पहले फर्स्ट एग्जाम देना, बाद में इंटर्नशिप. एब्सोल्युटली यस आशा, ऐसे ही होता है. पहले एग्जाम देना, फिर इंटर्नशिप. Vidhi, I've already answered. How to overcome maths ka fear practice. I'll tell you this, Khushi. In 11th and 12th, I guess, when there were integrals, right? I think 11th mein tha, there was this factorial functions and integrals. I never understood those things, but I got 100 out of 100 in my board's examination. Why? Because I wrote down every question 3 times in my notebook. I was big time Rattu Tota, and I just mugged up maths also because I was so scared of maths. मैंने वो भी याद, some भी याद कर लिए, and I still remember 3-4 questions in board examinations. I was solving that question and I knew the answer is right because I already practiced that question. Okay, इतना मैं रट लेता था maths भी, which is a bad thing, but ठीक है अभी I don't know. जिसका डर होता है, I just make sure I remember that thing. इंटर्नशिप में क्या होता है? अच्छा, इंटर्नशिप में आपसे बहुत बढ़िया अच्छा काम करवाते हैं। इन टर्म्स ऑफ ऑडिट में जाते तो आपको कंपनीज के बारे में पता चलता है, उनकी बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स क्या है, अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स लग रहे हैं नहीं लग रहे हैं, आईएफआरएस की तरह काम हो रहा है, प्रोसेस अकाउंटिंग ठीक है, लेजर्स ठीक है अकाउंटिंग में, डेबिट क्या हो रहा है, क्रेडिट क्या हो रहा है, सब ठीक एंट्रीज हो रही हैं या नहीं, आप ये करते हो। आप इंटरनल ऑडिट में जाते हो तो आपको प्रोसेसेस पता चलते हैं कि अगर एक ट्रक माल भर के गाड़ी आपकी आ रही है स्टेशन पे, वहां से आपकी फैक्ट्री तक माल आ रहा है, ये जो पूरा प्रोसेस है प्रोक्योरमेंट का, सिग्नेटरीज का, कितने केजीज आया, कौन चेक करता है, कैसे चेक करता है, फ्रॉड तो नहीं हो रहा कहीं बीच में, ये सब आपसे आर्टिकलशिप में कराते हैं और बड़ा ही मजेदार काम है। दैट्स योर आंसर इन हिंदी। ओके। व्हाट इज द अप्रोच फॉर प्रैक्टिकल एग्जाम्स? प्रैक्टिस, प्रैक्टिस, प्रैक्टिस। प्रैक्टिकल के अंदर ही प्रैक्टिस छुपा हुआ है दोस्त। Raj, you want to work like us with ICA, पहले CA बन जाओ and then reach out to your regional offices. They will guide you how to do that. Vishal, I just told you about my articleship. It was tax litigation. I used to go to income tax offices. मजे करते थे. I've done bank audit. I've done tax litigation. Bank audit किया है मैंने छोटे MSME audits भी किए हैं. I've done MSME loan audits also. It was fun, right? It was I was not the best article there, but I was doing a lot of things while doing my articleship as well in the mornings. I have done a lot of things in the mornings. Like I told you, I used to use a lot of mornings. I've learned German also in the morning while doing articleships, you know. The office used to start at 10:30, and I used to take a class 7 to 9:30ish, and then I used to run to the office. Exam tips: बी कॉन्फिडेंट एंड कीप रिवाइजिंग। ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आना चाहिए कि एमसीक्यू है तुक्का मार देंगे। हाउ टू मेक अ गुड रेज्यूमे? मल्टीपल गूगल पे इमेजेस हैं। आइडियल रेज्यूमे इज वन पेज, शुड बी नीट, राइट सेंटेंसेस इन द शॉर्टेस्ट फॉर्म पॉसिबल। कहानी मत लिखना, राइट? डू नॉट राइट योर स्टोरीज कि मेरी एक टांग नकली थी, मैं हॉकी का अच्छा प्लेयर था। डोंट राइट ऑल ऑफ दिस, ओके? बी वेरी शॉर्ट इन योर रेज्यूमे, बी वेरी क्रिस्प। Think from a recruiter's perspective कि यार, if somebody has to hire me, what are they looking for in that person, and am I the person? You have to prove that, as simple as that. Somebody needs an article who is smart and sharp. Smart and sharp, your resume should tell that you are smart and sharp, right? I've been a leader in my economics club in the school. I have published a magazine which was read by 10,000 students in across the university. Or during my school days, I was the chairperson of this committee. We handled two events. We managed a fund of around 1 lakh rupees. Did a budgeting of this amount. We saved around 10,000 rupees while doing this event. These are small things. People are not expecting you कि आप CEO कंपनी के भाई बहुत कुछ बड़ा धंधा करके आ रहे हो. They know you are a student, right? Talk like a student, but talk like a leader student. Okay? Talk like write things which show that you are a leader student, right? Even if it's a little fake, थोड़ा सा put masala in your resume, right? Fake not in terms of facts, but fake in terms of confidence. That is how it is. Okay, I can be honest. People can catch me कि ये क्या है. Well, obviously, like you have to put some masala, you have to make it attractive, right? You have to like indulge somebody to read what you have written, and it's the toughest thing. Now think about this: even the recruiter is looking at Instagram reels. The attention span is just 5 seconds. If they do not like a reel, swipe up, swipe up, swipe up. Their mentality has changed now. They want everything quick. जल्दी बताओ यार क्या हो गया, मतलब they want to read quickly. And you are writing, अरे मैं तो बचपन में बहुत कुछ किया है, मैं ये था, I've done that. They're not interested. Tell me, are you the right person? First paragraph, the first point should be the most powerful. कि अच्छा, let me read more about this person. Right? That is how the resume should be. It's not easy. It's not easy. I'm not telling you it's easy. But frame from the mindset of you have to grab the attention. Okay? Put numbers. Like I told you, handled a budget of 1 lakh rupees for my school event, saved 10,000. लाइक अच्छा भाई पैसे भी संभाले, मतलब दे नो हाउ फाइनेंसेस वर्क, दे लेड अ टीम व्हिच मैनेजेस मनी, लेट मी रीड मोर अबाउट दिस पर्सन, राइट? बन गया अट्रैक्शन। Great, Pradhan. I'm really happy the classes have helped you and you feel confident with this. That's what my motive is. Big Four में कैसे जाए? LinkedIn पे लोगों को ढूंढो. You have also done your MCOM? No, I've not done. Where do you do? Where did you? I did a mediocre firm. I told you, right? Max time you managed to study says not more than 7-8 hours. मेरे से तो नहीं होता है. With breaks, obviously I'm not a robot, but my breaks used to be very long. मैं एक एक घंटा बीच में गायब हो जाता था. Resume, I told you, you can ask all the doubts, Kushi, right? I told you, you guys should make your LinkedIn, you can reach out, you can ask your questions at virtualclasses@ici.in. आर्टिकलशिप में इंटरव्यू होता है, बिल्कुल होता है. ये ऊपर से ऐसे भगवान जी थोड़ी ना उठाएंगे, इंटरव्यू लेके ही जाओगे. Abhidisha also can't study at night. बढ़िया है. But 4 a.m. I can't wake up at 4 a.m. इतना भी I'm not a guru आदमी. Ishika, you're in Goenka, your life is ruined. In terms of attendance, I know Amity, Goenka, these guys need 75% of attendance. It's crazy. But okay, it's good. The university, the college is good. The exposure is good, I think. The crowd is really, really ambitious. Right? That's a good thing. Do I also have to read business magazines and watch news for BCK, Subhadeep? No. Only if you're interested. ये क्वेश्चन नहीं होना चाहिए, ये अगर आपका मन है तो होना चाहिए. If you're watching all this Manav Mangalani and all Viral Bihani on Instagram, खुद के मन से देख रहे हो ना? Or you ask somebody, should I watch all these Bollywood masala pages to be prepared for conversations? नहीं, मन है इसलिए देखते हो ना. If आपका मन है बिजनेस के बारे में पढ़ने का, go and read about it. Which college can be success? Every without college can we be successful? Absolutely yes, Vishal. I'm not saying कि college नहीं करोगे तो खराब हो जाएगा. I'm just saying अगर कर रहे हो तो अच्छा है, नहीं कर रहे हो तो भी. If you're a chartered accountant, it's more than enough. Do we have to clear both groups to go to the next level? Yes. Exam tips, prioritize. What the things you're weak at, nobody knows better than you. Nobody knows better than you कि आप किस में आप weak हो. उस पे फोकस करो दोस्त. पेपर 3 और 4 पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन कहाँ से मिलेंगे? थोड़ा गूगल करना पड़ेगा पलक. आईसीआई वेबसाइट पे नहीं है. ऑल्सो फिगर्ड आउट विच इज थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेंज बिकॉज दिस इज द लास्ट टाइम यू विल बी वाचिंग बीसीके और द फाउंडेशन से बीसीके निकल रहा है. आई थिंक देयर सम चेंजेस बट यू कैन गो एंड गूगल दैट, यू फिगर दैट आउट. राइट, यू गाइस आर स्मार्ट. इंटरनेट मेरे से तो ज्यादा ही जानते हो. Should you do regular college, online college from IGNOU, whatever suits you, Purva. But it's good to have a degree, is what I'll say. It's always good to have a degree to everyone, even Vishal, you're asking. See, my honest advice is it's always good to have a degree with chartered accountancy. Okay? Always good to have. It can be from anywhere. Just make sure you have one. What are your thoughts on maths? मेरे से मत पूछो, I'm not the right person, Ayush. It's a nightmare for me. खुशी, आपके सारे आंसर्स मैंने क्वेश्चन कर दिए हैं, फिर भी मेरे आंसर नहीं करते. सारे आंसर्स आई क्वेश्चन. आई आंसर्ड ऑल योर क्वेश्चंस. एक मिस हुआ है बस. हम टैली कंप्यूटर कोर्स करें तो इज इट ओके? आर्टिकलशिप में खुद ही सीख जाओगे, कोर्स करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. आर्टिकलशिप में पीपल विल टीच यू एवरीथिंग. Why did you choose CA as a course in your life? Great question. Oh, I'm still figuring out why. I was never focused कि मेरे को करना क्या है, बस कर लिया. अच्छा ठीक है, मजा आया, चल रहा है, चलते जाएगा. I was never like dreaming or really aspiring कि मुझे यही करना है. I was clueless. So I gave it with confidence कि चलो यही कर लेते हैं. And maybe that also helped. I was not too emotional. See, I can again be honest with you. I was never too emotional. I'm still not very emotional about courses, about things around, right? And maybe that helps. And moment you're too emotional about something, you're more scared and you are more concerned कि नहीं हुआ तो क्या होगा, right? So be a little less emotional about at least courses and education. हो जाएगा उसमें क्या, पढ़ाई तो है यार, कर लेंगे. ये विवा है या वाइवा है? विशाल जी, वाइवा लिखा है, विवा लिखा है, विवा क्या है? अच्छा, विवा पूछा है. ये वाइवा पूछा है, वाइवा साइंस में होता है दोस्त. Was I the youngest CA? I don't know if I was the youngest CAs were, I think, 21, 22-year olds also have seen CAs. I was not very young. I think I was 23, 24 when I became a CA. चंचल, आपके क्वेश्चन लेट क्यों पहुंचते हैं? ये एयरटेल से चेक कराओ अपने. श्योर, मेरी कोई स्टोरी नहीं है दोस्त. आई जस्ट गिवन यू ऑल द आंसर्स टू व्हाट यू वांटेड टू नो अबाउट मी. ऐसे कोई स्टोरी नहीं है मेरी. आई एम नॉट जवान लाइक शाहरुख खान. आई डोंट हैव अ स्टोरी बॉस. What if CA doesn't work out, then what will be the career plan? Great question, Vidisha, right? I think all of us have this always in our mind ki, what if CA doesn't work out, then what will be our career plan? And that is why I tell degree lena zaruri hai. Because if you have an undergrad degree, right? This is where I was coming from, and I'm glad you asked this question. See, honest opinion, CA is the course, okay? This is your plan A. This is your plan A, focus on this. Absolutely right. But what if doesn't happen? Okay. If you have an undergrad degree, you can still go for an MBA. You can still go for a master's outside India. You can go for a master's in India with a scholarship. You can go outside with a scholarship. You still have options around you, many of them, right? So a degree with CA helps. Okay. It's 2 years articleship now. That is how it's going to be in the new syllabus. Cool. किधर गया यार, ये तो ऊपर नीचे हो गए सारे क्वेश्चंस. रुको रुको रुको. Great. Da, 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 da. I'll just quickly finish this. We have 15 more minutes. I don't want to hold you for the Sunday. किधर गए यार, हाँ शेर है. कितने अटेम्प्ट आई गिवन वन. मैं सी कितने अटेम्प्ट क्लियर है? एक लगा था दोस्त. लकी मी, टचवुड. इन द एग्जाम उसके बाद पता नहीं क्या हो गया, पढ़ाई से मन ही उठ गया. ऐसा होता है ना, वंस यू लाइक अरे हम तो बन गए, अब तो पढ़ना नहीं है. विच इज अ बैड थिंग. विच इज द वर्स्ट थिंग आई हैव डन फॉर माई सेल्फ इज आई हैव स्टॉप्ड स्टडीइंग. एंड आई रियली एम गिल्टी अबाउट इट. मेरे को और पढ़ना है दोस्त. मैंने बीसीके के रिवीजन कैसे की, आयुष? आई हैव डन दीज क्लासेस. दिस इज लाइक व्हाट, fifth time I'm doing the BCK live classes. So that is how I revised this. That is, I tell you, see, if you do 5 times this course, or course bole or the subject, you'll also remember it. What is mortgage effect? Sanjana, mortgage is collateral girvi rakhna. That is called mortgage effect. You keep gold, take loan against that gold. It's called mortgage. Okay. After intermediate, what steps to join articleship? Figure out, find people on LinkedIn, go. तभी कह रहा हूँ, network बनाओ. उस time हाथ फूल जाएंगे कि भाई हो नहीं रहा है. Can bulls act as BS for some transaction? Absolutely yes. Should we do regular college or online college? I've already told you, better to do regular. If you don't have an option, still do an online, but do get a degree. Cool, okay. What is ICITCS advanced ITI? When do you apply and how? थोड़ा सा ऑनलाइन सर्च करो आशीष. ये जरूरी है, मैंडेटरी कोर्सेज है. Our time it was IT training and GMCS. Now it's combined together, so you have to do that. It's interesting. You will find really good people. Most of my CA friends are from these courses like GMCS and IT, right? Your ICITSS and advanced ICITSS. Like this is where you will make a lot of CA friends. So please do that. Okay, and do that with the mindset of going and meeting people. सीए में कॉलेज नहीं होता है ना दोस्त, तो दिस इज वेयर यू मीट पीपल. बिजनेस लॉ नहीं हो रहा है सदप. पास्ट ईयर एग्जाम क्वेश्चंस पढ़ ले दोस्त, सब क्लियर हो जाएगा. You will know how questions come, how answers come. That's my only Ramban I know, right? That's how you can solve these tough theory papers. After these classes, how to manage 2 months of studies. Sanjana, फटाफट से छोटा सा टाइम टेबल बनाना, रियलिस्टिक. 15 घंटे का टाइम टेबल मत बनाना कि मैं सुबह 6 बजे उठूंगी, रात को 12 बजे तक पढ़ूंगी. नहीं होगा. मेक अ रियलिस्टिक टाइम टेबल. Even if it's 6-7 hours of study with one hour of break, you study 2 hours, you take a 1 hour break. That's 3 hours, right? That's 3 hours. You do 5 times. 15 hours. 15 घंटे जागते हो गया काम. You make those clubs of 3 3 hours where you study for 2 hours, you take a break of 1 hour. You do this into 5 segments. 15 hours, that is when you're awake. 15 hours जागे हुए हो आप. बाकी 8 9 घंटे आप सो रहे, खा रहे, पी रहे हो. सिंपल. 2 2 घंटे पढ़ना है, 5 10 hours हो गया रेडी. Simple, realistic. I'm giving you 2 hours to study, 1 hour to just enjoy your life. Go out, go play, watch YouTube, watch Instagram, कुछ भी करो. राइट, 1 घंटे का ब्रेक है दोस्त. You mugged up maths in 8th and 10th, ये देख लो आगे ना. People, the mugging up maths team is here with me. मेरे को पता होता तो I will also have told you what is DU. DU is Delhi University. So DU मेरे क्या है ये? Okay. Yeah, I don't remember my marks honestly, Sanjana. What marks did I get in foundation? I have no clue, but I cleared it. I don't remember my marks honestly, but it wasn't too high. It was average. Azaj, you're from science background. Fantastic. और क्या चाहिए? You are multi-talented, दोस्त. Proud of you that you're in chartered accountancy. It's so good to see you here. So you should be happy about it. घबरा क्यों रहे? Can you do articleship in college together? Very tough. Tax litigation is income tax laws and GST laws. That is tax litigation. I wish everything's on LinkedIn. You can go and search about me, my job history as well. It's an open social media, right? I can't hide things there. Any skills one should acquire to see another finance person? Any skills is people skills, communication skills. There's nothing like it. See, I'm also learning every day. Why am I doing this is because I thought it's going to help me improving my communication and public speaking, and it has helped me. So find ways where you can probably talk in front of people. Even if you do not know anything, if you're able to talk, people will feel that अरे इसको बहुत कुछ आता है, right? Like you might think I know a lot of things. I don't, but I know how to talk. So people will think अरे इनको तो BCK आता है और मेरे को आता है नहीं आता है. Even I don't know, but I can talk. Okay, so that's one skill you should remember. Chanchal think I'm a rank holder. Thank you so much. अगर आपको लगता है तो I'm really obliged that you feel I'm a rank holder. Thank you so much. Three subjects are very boring. तो मैं ये माइंडसेट लेके जाओगे बिल्कुल सही जा रहे हो. थ्योरी सब्जेक्ट्स आर बोरिंग बट दैट इज हाउ इट इज. ओके. What is the name of my magazine? I was just giving you an example. It was not my magazine. You should talk to a lot of people, figure out ways of public speaking, do that. Communication skills अपने आप अच्छे हो जाएंगे. Start teaching students. Maybe start teaching kids of 8th, 9th class. You will get that confidence. Hmm. Well, like I've told you, you'll have to Google it a bit. आपको past year sites पे तो नहीं है, I know. Okay, you're selected the class representative in your college. Should I accept it or not? Whether your call. थोड़े decision making खुद भी आनी चाहिए. You know yourself better. If you want to do that, if you love doing that, go for it. फिर 2 बार क्यों सोचना है? पसंद है करना तो करो. These days, a lot of CAs in YouTube making videos. I do watch not a lot of them, but a few of them, yes. Guys, I know you relate to me because I am being honest इसलिए. Absolutely, so you can connect with me on LinkedIn as well. इसमें मनाही क्या है? Hmm. Asad, I've already answered science के दोस्त घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है. Let me just quickly go to the questions. I'm from science. How do I manage to study law? Past year question papers. That's my only thing that I did. Honestly, I'm repeating that again and again, but that's what I did. इंटरव्यू में क्या होता है? गुलशन, इंटरव्यू में whatever you write in your resume, they ask you इसने क्या किया था, and then you have to be prepared with what you had done. इसलिए I was saying झूठे facts मत लिख देना. People catch you. Okay, so they will ask you everything that you write in your resume and make your interview a little interesting. Okay, Asad, I already answered, my friend. Right? क्वेश्चन पूछा तो अभी बता तो रहा हूँ. आंसर दोस्त, इंटरव्यू में क्या होता है? To all of everybody who's asking these questions, right? Let me just give you interview next 2 minutes में interview में क्या होता है, and how you can make your interview a little interesting is talk less about your professional aspirations, talk more about yourself. ठीक है? Think about again an interviewer. Let's say you are taking my interview. I come and tell you, see, now listen, now imagine you are sitting in an interview and you're asking questions to me. I, as an interviewer, as an interviewee, right? I tell you, sir, I have a ma'am, I have done this in my college. I was the representative and I used to manage a lot of extracurricular activities. I used to go out and bring sponsors in my college. In my school days, I was part of this. Like, okay, great, right? Not interesting because you have already written in the resume. Okay. Now, if I tell you something that's not in my resume, I tell you that I was really active in my college and school. I was part of the rock band and I was the guitarist in my rock band. That's something that I thoroughly enjoy beyond work. Now, this creates a personality in the interviewer's mind. Okay. Something which is beyond work. Now they feel that this person is not just about rattu dota or laptop etakata chalata hai, right? They're not slaves. They are not robots, right? Tell something which is interesting. You tell them, once I swam across the river in my village, right? And it was really scary, but I could do that, and I really thoroughly enjoyed that. एक mindset आ गया, and then they let them start the conversation as well, right? It has helped me in doing that. Why? Because it gives the person a different perspective about you. Okay, and please dress very smartly in any interview. किसी interview को lightly मत लेना. Even if you're going to a mediocre firm, even if you're going to a small firm or a big firm, doesn't matter, right? Dress sharp, dress very neat. Doesn't have to be rich, doesn't have to be very like clean and color and this. एक normal white shirt, gray shirt, blue shirt चलेगी. Just buy one good quality. I'm not saying बहुत महंगी खरीदो जाके. Buy a normal white shirt or a blue shirt or a light baby pink shirt and a black pant or a black trousers for both boys and girls, right? It's going to create an image in the person that this person wants this job. They're prepared for this, right? And be a little like communicate something beyond work as well. सिर्फ काम की बातें मत करना इंटरव्यू में, वो सबको आता है. And that you have written in the resume already, right? Talk about yourself, talk about your aspirations, and like, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to be, right? Somebody asks you, tell me something about yourself. They start with this, right? Tell them interesting things about you. I don't want to get bored कि हाँ ठीक है normal कोई भी हर कोई कर रहा है यार ये तो. I'm doing college from here. I did my schooling from here. My name is this. This is what it is. I'm doing CA. ठीक, I know this. पहली स्टेटमेंट ही ऐसी दो, लोग कहें अच्छा और क्या करते हो, right? That is how your interviews, I feel, even at this level should be, right? And that really helps. See, I might not be able to see a lot of questions now because I keep speaking about सारे questions आ जाते हैं. Let me just look at a few questions and let's see which I think are more relevant to a lot of you. Yeah, whether ये सब questions I'm not. I'm just gonna answer more exam and interview related. असद दोस्त 5 बार मैंने जवाब दे दिए तो 10 बार क्वेश्चन पूछोगे तो फिर मेरे को भी परेशानी होगी, राइट? You are from science background. What will I do? You will study CA those. What will I do? क्या होता है? I've already answered. Why do BAs expect prices to be low? That is what their mindset is. You want to be an investment banker. Can CA become an investment banker? Great question, though. These are the kind of questions I'm figure ask like wanting people to ask. Not about मेरा संडे कैसे जाता है, क्या करेगा दोस्त? इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर बनना है, सीए बन सकता है, बिल्कुल बन सकता है. But let me be again honest with you. CAs can work in investment banking. It is very rare we become investment bankers. You can work in investment banking companies as an analyst, as a finance person, not as an investment banker. Very rare. Only rank holders get to do that. If you want to be an investment banker, along with CA, try focusing on CFA or doing an MBA in finance. That is when you will become an investment banker. Otherwise, you can absolutely work fantastic job, really high packages in investment banking companies. But आप investment banker बहुत rarely बनते हैं हम लोग, right? Cool. ठीक है आयुष, meet me one day whenever you want. सी के साथ बीकॉम अच्छा है, बिल्कुल है. How can you meet me? I stay in Delhi. तो दिल्ली में मैं घूमता रहता हूँ, कहीं भी मिल जाऊंगा आपको. I'll see you guys when you are on live virtual classes. After becoming C, you guys will be here. But I did from Hindu College. Okay, if you want to know that. Everything's on my LinkedIn. You can go and see that. Okay. Getting distinction in foundation is helpful. Yes. Uh, रिजल्ट से स्टाइपेंड कितना मिलता है डिपेंड्स ऑन योर फर्म. सबका अलग अलग होता है. ठीक है. Once we I just answered that, Bhumika, I've answered that. How theory subjects, they're boring. Past year question papers, those suggested answers देखें किसी ने कभी? If you go and look at suggested answers of ICAI, they are the best source of preparing for theory subjects. Just go and see the suggested answers of ICAI. Magic for preparation. Is reading newspaper helpful? Absolutely yes. Vishal करवा दो please. Shoaib, go and find me, write my name, you will find me there. जो क्वेश्चन रिपीट हो रहे हैं वो ऑलरेडी आंसर्ड, आई एम नॉट आंसरिंग दैट अगेन. आज कमेंट सेक्शन स्लो नहीं चल रहा, मैं स्लो चल रहा हूँ, बहुत सारे कमेंट्स आ गए हैं. एम आई अवेलेबल ऑन यूट्यूब? आई एम नॉट अ यूट्यूबर दोस्त. आई यूज टू हैव अ चैनल बट आई नेवर अपलोडेड एनीथिंग. What questions are expected in articleship? Basic about your resume, like I explained. Be interesting. Create an interesting personality. Those boring mat bano. थोड़ा सा interesting बनो. Everybody would want to hire you. Okay. Be interesting. As simple as that. पढ़ाई होती रहेगी दोस्त. Everybody will do पढ़ाई. Everybody will clear examinations. Everybody will do the same thing. We all are CAs, right? What is that extra? Is you are an interesting person. Be a little funny. Be a little interesting. थोड़ा communication करो. इंटरव्यू में हंसो यार. मतलब it's a conversation. You're telling about yourself. If you are not happy telling about yourself to somebody, why is somebody going to be happy about you? Sir, I was in college. I studied this. Look, yeah, bore mat kar. I was like, you're excited. I was in this college. I really liked doing this when I was in the college, and I will tell you a great incident. Okay, I will tell you a very funny incident that happened in during my college. I was doing this, and this happened. People are like, nice. अच्छा बता रहा है कुछ सुनने में मजा आ रहा है, right? बोरिंग मत बनना प्लीज इंटरव्यू में. I तो really am like put off by people who are too boring in interviews. I like, you might be the most intelligent person, but if you're boring, then it's difficult to catch my attention, right? अच्छा मेरे से रोज मिल तो रहे हो आप ऑनलाइन? अच्छा एक सेंट मोर टाइम नहीं 20 टाइम्स भेज दिया था। सेबी में सीए होते हैं, LIC सेबी RBI सब में सीए की ओपनिंग्स होती हैं। सो गो एंड फिगर दैट आउट। गूगल भाई, गूगल इज वेयर यू शुड बी। यू सर्च ऑल ऑफ दिस। पार्थ एक ही क्वेश्चन 20 टाइम आ रहा है, मैं आंसर दे चुका हूँ। कौन से कॉलेज से कॉलेज, जवाब नहीं सुन रहे, सिर्फ क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है पार्थ। Absolutely, you guys can meet me anytime in CA conferences. I also do attend those, a few of them, not many, but yeah, I try to do that. What is exemption, Anjali? If you get more than 60 marks, it's called exemption. And in the next attempt, even if you flunk or fail, next attempt में आपको वो पेपर नहीं देना पड़ता है, उसको बोलते हैं exemption। बड़ी अच्छी चीज है सीए में ये। CLL be good for legal advisor? Absolutely yes. How to create a good LinkedIn profile? Again, be interesting. What is LinkedIn? It's a social media, Rohit. You will make me famous if I start uploading on YouTube. ठीक है बेटे, थैंक यू। इतना ही फेमस, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ। और फेमस नहीं होना है मेरे को। Hey, thanks, Swagata. You're following me on LinkedIn. Thank you so much. ऐसे though I know I have 183 subscribers. See, I'm a famous person. Influencer हूँ मैं भी, influencer बोलूँ अपने आप को। इको एंड मैथ्स में नेगेटिव मार्किंग में कुछ चेंजेस है क्या? वैष्णवी, डू चेक द like notice from the ICI. Cool. Awesome. I'll take last two, three questions and then we wrap up for today. We are already above time. So I thought we will close this in 1 hour, but koi baat nahi. It's important for all of you. I'm here for all of you. So it's important. Okay. Doubts कहाँ पूछने हैं? Virtual classes at ici.in पे पूछने हैं. Do you have any sir, do we have to be interactive during interviews? Absolutely yes. हर एग्जाम में एक ही फॉलो की थी, यस वैसे ही। और कैसे हर एग्जाम में स्ट्रैटेजी चेंज करूंगा तो कैसे चलेगा? सिंपल स्ट्रैटेजी है। प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम द पास्ट, फ्रॉम द स्टडी मटेरियल, जिधर से जैसा भी क्वेश्चन मिले, एनी काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन you figure out on the internet, in the books, in the ICI material of any form, mock test papers, revision test papers, study material, practice exams, past year question papers, suggested answers, इतना कुछ है। Go and practice that. ठीक है? ठीक है जी। सी इज अवेलेबल फॉर फिल्म प्रोडक्शन हाउस ऑल्सो, प्लीज ज्वाइन दैट। नोटिस कहाँ मिलेगा वैष्णवी? BOS न्यूज, BOS नॉलेज पोर्टल, अपडेट्स न्यूज। गो देयर, यू विल फिगर आउट एवरीथिंग। ठीक है जी। कूल। With that, let's wrap up our BCK live classes here. A great thanks to all of you. A big thank you to all of you who have been interactive, who have been on the classes. The 10 last sessions have been fantastic for us. I don't want to see you guys again in foundation, right? That's how I want to end it with. And best of luck. You can reach out to me through the mail ID it said, form your LinkedIn profiles, be a great professional, and I'll see you soon once you become a CA, even in intermediate, right, at strategic management. With that, best of luck, everybody, and I'll see you in intermediate. Take care. Goodbye.